Start. Hello and welcome back to another exciting edition of Wind Down Wednesdays. My name is Marc.
I'm Alessandra.
I'm Hecha.
And we're excited today to introduce to you Rums of India. In fact, you'll see in front of us we have 5 unique rums that are well known and well placed here in India. And these specific rums are a new thing for me. I see you all 3 of you look quite nice today. If you don't mind me saying so, you look very professional. I think we'll just kick it off with our McDowell's #1 celebration rum. I see that this is an award-winning rum. Mr. Henshaw, would you just crack open or open this Tetra Pak for us very gently? Today we encourage you to open our Tetra Pak with scissors. In fact, we found that it's been a lot easier for you in terms of opening a Tetra Pak with scissors than it would be for you to use your hands. May I maybe make a suggestion? Don't drink too much and then try and open your rum with scissors. Now, we want to talk a little bit about rum while we're doing this. Rum was traditionally made of sugar cane. But in fact, rum can also be made from molasses as well, which is an actual different style of rum and also gives you a much smaller and darker, tinier, minute flavor differences. The caramel will make it a little bit more thick and flavorful, and also the caramel that they use or the molasses will make it a little bit more palatable, I think that's safe to say. Well, right off the bat, I can smell this rum easily.
Yep.
And what color would you call this?
Lighter shade of brown.
Oh yeah, definitely brown and like an orange tinge on the outside for sure. And Mr. Amo, what do you think this rum smells like?
Smells
Oh,
like vanilla.
vanilla. Oh, like an explosion of vanilla in this glass. A little bit of brown sugar, some vanilla, and
Strong coffee.
and it's just black coffee, no cream, no sugar.
No, black coffee. Pure black coffee.
I like that a lot. And let's go ahead, as we like to talk about our colors and flavors, go ahead and cheers ourselves and try this delicious rum. Hopefully delicious, we should say. That tastes like vanilla extract to me. I'm sad to say that I know what vanilla extract tastes like straight up. Very sharp, ended finish. Do you like this rum, Melissa? A big
quite
negative.
harsh. Yes, it's harsh on the throat.
I quite find very smooth.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
That makes me very happy. You know, 1 out of 4 wine stewards feel like this would be the way to go with rum. Now, other than that, is there anything else you want to add other than this is a punch in the mouth of vanilla extract?
It's a bit sweet. Do you think?
In the beginning of
Yes.
the hit, it's very sweet, but towards the end, it has some pretty bitter notes to
Yes,
it.
yes.
Bitter notes.
It's very strong.
I agree with you. Hopefully, this will be the best of the worst. Or the worst of the best, depending on how you look at it. Let's go ahead and try our next rum here. I think we're all quick to get rid of this rum in our glasses. Now, just looking at the color and the viscosity of this is just quite thick. And what we want to notice here is what is called the tears. And the tears give you a good inclination on how much sugar content. And the slower the tears on your glass, the more sugar is involved in this rum. And you can see that that tear is not moving. It's actually going slower than a snail's pace. Our second Tetra Pak rum today is called Hercules. And McDowell's, I think McDowell's is from Bangalore, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Let's just check it out once again. Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, perfect. And our Hercules is again from Bangalore. These are all 42.8% alcohol, and they all roughly say about 75
It's
proof.
still in United Spirits.
Another UB exciting explanation for us. And right off the bat, this looks much
Lighter than the previous one.
Much lighter, which probably leads me to believe that there's less caramel coloring added to it. Any other comments about the color? Like almost like a gold tinge around the rim.
Little
Orange red or towards the core.
little yellow, then little like
Yeah,
solid
yellowish
yellow,
gold.
golden yellow.
I like that. I like that a lot. What smells do you get, Melisandra? Oh, wow. This wasn't what I was expecting to smell in this at all.
Smells like carrot.
Yes.
A lot of and I don't know. Like,
Banana.
A little bit of some banana, like a tropical fruit, but a dehydrated banana.
Orange.
Like an orange zest, not orange juice.
Yeah,
orange zest.
It has that hit of orange.
I couldn't believe that this smells as complex as it does. I didn't think that Hercules rum would be this strong smelling and have so much complexity. From a bouquet flavor of vanilla, caramel, oranges, and I guess I gotta throw another one in there. I think that this is like a condensed cream, almost to the point of condensed milk to caramel, easily. Let's go ahead and try this rum, as we like to always thank everyone for joining us on this amazing Wine Down Wednesdays. Now that is sweet. Sweeter than the last rum. Do you like this rum better or worse than the last one?
It's better.
Oh, that makes me happy.
It's sweeter.
You know, this brings me to thinking that it tastes like a chocolate eclair hard candy, or a Werther's original, or a caramel hard candy.
It does taste like raisins.
Yes, has a little bit of that full-bodied raisin,
Yeah.
liquid raisin flavor, and much sweeter than the last rum. Much sweeter. The next rum we have, the way that you pronounce this rum is Code?
Codes.
Codes, excellent. And this was highly suggested by the people at Winegate today. Highly suggested. Now, just off the bat, you can see that the color of this rum is quite dark.
Yes.
So hopefully it'll live up to the standards that we've grown to love here on Wine Down Wednesdays. Now, right off the bat here, I want to talk a little bit about some famous rum cocktails. First you have the rum runner, then you have the pina colada, but I think possibly the most popular, and I don't know if you could call this a cocktail here, my good friend Headshaw mentioned rum and coke. But the most unusual thing is that Pepsi is the one dark cola that is run by an Indian, and most people in India prefer Coke. That's quite unusual. In America, we find Pepsi to be a little bit sweeter than Coke. In America,
The
we
thing
find
is that the rum is itself, it has its own sweetness.
Yes.
If you add more Pepsi, it will be very sweet.
and
So-
nothing better than a little bit of a balance between your sweetness. I agree with
So
you.
that's
here.
why we prefer Coke.
What are your thoughts? A little bit lighter of a color?
Yes, very light.
I think that bottle was a little deceiving, if that's
Yes.
safe to say. Still a nice orange tinge on the outside. What smells do you get? This smells like confectionery sugar to me, like powdered sugar, and I get some chocolate notes, but milk chocolate.
Again, it has that dry fruit, like the dates.
Yes?
It smells like that.
Dates.
And the alcohol is so strong, like when I'm smelling it, it's sitting in my throat. So
You
the
actually have to go over the alcohol
Yes.
and
Smell it.
the spirit to get the taste.
So this is like a punch in the face of alcohol, and then left over is some
Yes.
nice smells to
I
it. Is
can
that safe to
smell-
say?
like when we're doing sugar works, the sugar art, that's the kind of smell that I get after.
Yes, like you're pulling sugar.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That confectionery sugar smell, and mixed with a little bit of like some cornstarch or something to that nature.
Yes, also.
Like a little lemon zest. Something like caramel bananas I get here, big time. Like bananas Foster. And we'll go ahead and cheers our Wine Down Wednesday as we're approaching our famous Old Monk of India.
Bit of tang.
Definitely much less sweet than the other two. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Much less sweet.
Alcohol is once you put in your
Yes, you
sweet,
feel
but
this
not-
burning sensation, like it's crazy. And it's not very well rounded. Not very well rounded at all. This would be by far my least favorite. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
I mean,
Till now, I like the first one.
I was shocked because the McDowell's whiskey was also our favorite whiskey. Very happy with this. I'm very happy. Let's go ahead and try our Old Monk. Now we have two different types of Old Monk. Could you explain to us, either one of the three of you, the difference between Triple X Old Monk and Old Monk the Legend?
it's difference between the blend
Yes?
and the aging of the rum.
Okay, so arguably more age to it will be our last rum.
So Old Monk Triple X is like your everyday rum. Like
Yes.
You can say Amrut Fusion.
Yes,
But Old Monk Legend is like your celebration or a special occasion, like Amrut Fusion or Amrut Prestige.
yes.
So that's the kind of difference.
I like that, I like that. Right off the bat here, you can definitely see a red color to this. Has a deep red, almost like an auburn or a burgundy color to it. Light yellow tinge again along the side of the rim. Oh wow, this smells like an explosion of vanilla.
Definitely.
Lot of vanilla, and it doesn't have that alcohol hit.
A little bit of those black fruits,
Yeah.
Black fruits, yes.
and definitely not that strong alcohol smell that we got. Almost like you could use this as a degreaser. And then this would be the rum that you choose to drink while you're degreasing your engine. I like that a lot. Any other smells that you get in this rum?
Just cinnamon.
Cinnamon, a little nutmeg.
Nutmeg cinnamon,
Yes.
yes.
I like that a lot. Definitely much more complex smells. Much more complex smells. Let's go ahead. Figs, but they're like dehydrated figs, not your fresh style figs. As we like to every Wind Down Wednesday, as we try our next rum here. Wow, definitely much smoother
Yes.
in terms of a finish. Has some strong caramel flavors to me. Do you enjoy this taste?
Yeah, I enjoyed this one more than McDonald's now.
Is it safe to say that this is by far one of the most popular of all the students here?
In Manipal, yes, one of the best selling alcoholic drinks.
Yes.
Old Monk, because of two reasons. Taste is very good.
Yes.
And also the pricing.
And what's the price of this Tetra Pak?
This Tetra Pak will cost you 60 rupees.
Oh my goodness, $1.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Less than $1.
And just like Amrut, Old Monk is also one of the best-selling Indian-made alcohol across the world.
You know, it's very funny because the president of the guild that I work for, this is his favorite.
Wow.
Yeah. He can have any rum he wants in the entire world. This is the rum that he looks forward to. That makes me so excited, and now I see this is by far the first time I'm having this rum.
The Indian public doesn't really, a lot of people don't acknowledge this because of the fact that it's cheap.
Yes.
So they think that it's cheap, so it's not good.
And it seems that it says 7 years of old blended rum. So that means possibly the maximum amount of age on one of these rums is possibly 7 years, which is pretty amazing. You rarely get that with a rum. Excited to try our last rum here. This is the Legend. Has a picture of a monk on it. We know that most of our alcoholic drinks start with some kind of monk involved in them. And there's something about the face on here that kind of creeps me out, if you don't mind me saying
but
so.
That's the whole thing, the Old Monk legend. They want to bring out the legend of Old Monk.
Yes,
So that is why this was a promotional bottle.
I like that.
But because of the popularity,
It stayed on.
It stayed on, and it's been selling, and it's
Yes, you always see it. It's in the window of almost every liquor store. Very excited to try
just
this.
like chef said that in the beginning it wasn't highly priced, but then the moment it hit the shelf, it was just disappearing. So they increased the price again.
I like that, and it wasn't too expensive of a rum, not too expensive, and it had a tremendous amount of flavor. I can smell that rum from here. That's pretty amazing.
And it's sweet, like kind of a sweet smell.
I like that a lot. Am I passing this to the right person here? And a little bit more about the color here. Looks a little bit lighter.
Yes.
Looks a little bit lighter. Has a much stronger smell to it. Much stronger smell. Oh wow. Now this smells like a caramel pastry. Like your croque bouche, like bananas Foster, like creme caramel, creme brulee, dolce de leche. Anything else you want to add in here? Brown sugar?
Brown sugar.
Smells like roasted coconut.
Oh, I like that. That's a great explanation, and you know how much I love coconut. Well, we'll go ahead and talk about the taste of this last rum. As I always want to thank everyone for joining me today. much more complex, much more bouquet, a lot of cinnamon, a lot of nutmeg, a lot of some brown sugar, and some dried fruits, some dried dates, some dried figs. Is there anything else that you want to add?
Kind of a black coffee that you get while you're doing flambe, like
Yes.
an Irish coffee, kind of a tinge, or
Yes.
a Jamaican coffee, like
With
black
a bit of-
coffee, brown sugar, and a hint of alcohol.
And before we finish up for our beautiful day of Wine Down Wednesday, I'd like you all to rate these rums for me. 1 to 5, please.
So the first one, I'm rating 2.
2,
This is 2.5.
okay.
This is 3.
3,
This is, I think, 4.5.
you look confused. So is
Yeah.
4.5 the good one, or is 4.5 bad?
No, like good one.
Okay, 4.5, and then you go in the last one?
Last one is 5.
5. So you like the last one the best. Mr. Headshaw?
I would, till now, Old Monk was supposedly my favorite rum, but now I'll go with number 1.
Number one?
Number 2.
2,
Number 3.
3,
And
and then a tie for 4?
Yeah, number 5.
I like that. And last one, Lysandra?
I'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, 1 and 2, and then the 3 McDowell's,
3, 4.
and then 4 Hercules, and 5 the last one. Well, thank you again so much for joining us. And as we go ahead and wind down our Wednesday, as we do every Wednesday, I'll give you my last bit of information. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, just to switch it up today. Thank you again, and we greatly appreciate you. See you soon.